Moscow is doubling down on its most explosive accusation yet. Russia's defense ministry has released video footage claiming to show one of the Ukrainian long-range drones shot down during what Moscow calls a failed attack on President Vladimir Putin's residence in the Novgorod region. According to the Russian military, all 91 drones launched towards the presidential compound on the night of December 28th to 29th were intercepted and destroyed before reaching their target. In the newly released clip, a Russian serviceman stands beside the wreckage of a drone identified as a Ukrainian-made Chaklin V reconnaissance and strike UAV, which he says had been specially modified for the mission. The drone was struck by Russian air defenses in its tail section, yet remained largely intact, an outcome the servicemen described as unique. More alarming, he says, is what was found inside. The drone's unexploded warhead was allegedly packed with a large number of metal striking elements, designed not just for reconnaissance, but to kill personnel and civilian targets. Russia's defense ministry claims this wreckage amounts to irrefutable evidence of what it calls a terrorist attack planned by the Kyiv regime against Russian president. The ministry sharply dismissed President Volodymyr Zelensky's denial of the incident, accusing him of either being unaware of reality or deliberately lying. Alongside the video footage, Russia has also released a map showing what it claims was the drone's route, launched from multiple locations inside Ukraine, flying north through Bryansk, Smolensk, and Tver regions before converging on Novgorod. Russian air defenses, Moscow says, went into full action. 49 drones were intercepted over Bryansk, 1 was destroyed over Smolensk, and 41 more were shot down as they approached the Novgorod region before any could reach Putin's residence. But Kyiv flatly denies the entire story. Ukraine's foreign minister, Andriy Sybiga, said there is no plausible evidence such an attack ever occurred. President Volodymyr Zelensky dismissed the allegation as another round of lies, accusing Moscow of fabricating the incident to justify new attacks on Ukraine and to sabotage peace efforts. He also called on his European allies to verify Russia's claim. The Kremlin, however, doubled down, labeling the alleged strike a personal terrorist attack against President Putin. Moscow also warned its negotiating stance would harden, signaling retaliation, though it did not say when or how.
This is a terrorist act specifically designed to disrupt the entire negotiation process. It is directed not only personally against President Putin, but it is also clearly aimed against Trump. It is intended to disrupt the efforts made by President Trump for the purpose of contributing to the peaceful resolution of the Ukrainian conflict. I don't really think there should be any kind of evidence present here, considering such a massive drone raid is being carried out and these drones were successfully intercepted and shot down thanks to the clearly well-coordinated and efficient work of our air defense systems. Regarding the debris and wreckage, I honestly cannot comment on that particular aspect. That is more of a natural and expected area of concern for our military forces. And I know that quite naturally we are witnessing how Zelensky himself is making efforts to deny this, and numerous Western media outlets, in their efforts to support the Kyiv regime, are actively beginning to disseminate the idea that supposedly this event simply did not occur. Well, that is an absolutely insane, truly preposterous assertion. The negotiating position will change. It will shift towards a tougher stance. And as for the military consequences, our military, they know how to respond, what kind of words to use, and when.
The accusation came at a critical diplomatic moment, just after Zelensky held talks with U.S. President Donald Trump in Florida. Trump said Putin personally informed him of the attack early that morning.
Mr. President, are you worried that the alleged strike on Putin's residence could scuttle the peace discussions?
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not good. I heard about it this morning.
Did Putin tell you about it?
You know who told me about it? President Putin told me about it. Early in the morning, he said he was attacked. That's no good. It's no
But
good.
Russian
officials
Don't
said
forget, the Tomahawks. I stopped the Tomahawks. I didn't want that. Because we're talking about, it's a delicate period of time.
But
This is not the right time. It's one thing to be offensive, because they're offensive. It's another thing to attack his house. It's not the right time to do any of that, and can't do it. And I learned about it from President Putin, and I was very angry about it.
European leaders rallied behind Ukraine, urging transparency, while warning the conflict remains dangerously close to escalation. Putin's Novgorod residence itself remains shrouded in secrecy, once investigated by the late opposition leader Alexei Navalny, who described it as a lavish lakeside fortress protected by advanced air defenses. As Russia continues its advance in eastern Ukraine and Kyiv orders evacuations near its northern border, this drone dispute now sits at the center of a much larger question. Was this a failed assassination attempt or a fabricated flashpoint in a war where truth itself has become another battlefield? The answer may shape not just retaliation, but the future of a ceasefire.